Happy Monday. Welcome back to the Box Office. I'm the Box Office Artist. Welcome back to my channel. My name is James. I am the Box Office Artist. Today, to start off Monday right, I thought I would do a little bit of fun today. It's something I always wanted to try. Like, I'm always looking at these different YouTube channels, and a lot of them are doing these really interesting, like, 3D art, or making their artwork look like they're, you know, doing this optical illusion type thing with their artwork, where their artwork is actually on a slant, right? It's like the street artists. They'll have their artwork on the street, but a certain angle it looks like it's sticking up. So I wanted to give that a particular try today, because I see people do it, and, you know, just to give myself a little bit of a challenge, I thought today I am going to do an optical illusion art challenge. Now, there are many ways to go about doing this challenge. Now, there's a very simpler version, like you would just draw your particular artwork straight on and then just cut the paper to make it look like it's sticking up from the paper. So I didn't know if I just wanted to do that simply just to start us off. But I thought to myself, you know what, I did want to actually put the camera on an angle. So I want to put the camera on an angle, lay the paper down, and then try to draw it through that particular camera angle. I would draw for a little bit, stop, look through the camera, and see how it looks. Draw for a little bit more, stop, see how it looked through the camera. You know, trying to judge those proportions, because honestly, it's really hard, especially since I'm, you know, if I'm actually drawing it, looking down at the drawing, I could see it's in perspective. I could see that the drawing itself, you know, how it looks flat, and I want to fix that. It's only through the actual camera lens could I actually properly tell how it's looking through the lens itself. So that's what made this really difficult. I had to keep stopping and starting and looking and stopping and starting, but at the same time, it was coming along pretty nicely. I decided to go with something that's a little bit simpler for me, for myself. I wanted something that didn't have a lot of costume details or anything like that, something simpler to draw for me, and that would be drawing the Hulk. Okay, now you guys see me draw the Hulk so many different times, but the good thing about the Hulk is he's not wearing anything with so many lines on it. It's just him. It's just like a big dude with some torn pants, and that's pretty much it. Okay, so as you guys seen, I was really struggling with this pose. It took me quite a long time. And see, I keep erasing the legs because I just couldn't get the legs to look right. Now, he's supposed to be standing, and then actually looking at it now, there were some times I think I actually got it, but when I was actually looking, when I was drawing it, I just was not happy with the way the legs were looking. I wanted him to be, at the very first, I wanted him to look like he was standing on top of the paper. And then it came to where like he's walking towards us. I think if I actually had him just standing on the paper, then it would have felt a little bit better. But it is what it is. It was just, even honestly, it was even just hard enough getting him to look right, okay? Getting all the proportions right, getting the head size right compared to the body, because it's very easy for my eyes to be fooled, especially looking at this drawing straight on. It was really weird, see it drawing the skewed angle and then going back and forth with the camera and seeing how it looks in the camera, because I knew what I saw in the camera, that would be the final result. So doing the actual red line here, that took the longest. That took the longest time trying to figure out what I liked and what worked. And then if you looked at the red line right on, it looked completely weird. It looked completely weird. Now I'm here and I'm pretty much just inking. I'm inking the whole thing, and it was tough. It was really tough going back and forth. Now, the good thing is this drawing was so small that I could get away with my hatching pretty much the same as I usually do hatching, just because this drawing was smaller than I'm used to drawing. This was on a 9x12 piece of board as opposed to the 11 by 17 I usually do when it comes to my drawings like this. And as you can tell here, I went straight for the detail right away. Usually I do the big black marks a little bit later on, but I felt, you know, I wanted to make sure I was on the right track, so I started adding the thicker blacks pretty much right away. And then just working my way all around this particular drawing. Once the inks were in, I was really starting to be happy with the way it was looking in the camera. I thought it looked pretty much like one of my normal drawings in the camera, and it was just so odd to see every time I would look in the camera and then look at the actual drawing from the different angle, and just to see how kind of weird it looked. And I will reveal to you guys what it looks like face on in a moment here, but I'm just kind of finishing up all the inks and the final details. So you know, even this drawing by itself, I'm actually pretty happy with it. And then adding a shadow underneath. Now looking at the way this Hulk turned out, you know, just a simple Hulk drawing. I should have drawn him in a little bit more perspective, because it would have been nice to you know, just have it look like he's jumping from the table. But I found there wasn't enough perspective for my taste. I felt it should have been a little bit more. So that's when I opted to actually start cutting the paper. Cutting the paper, you know how I told you at the beginning, those people who just draw like straight on and then cutting the paper? I decided to do a little bit of combination and cut the paper even more, just to fully sell the illusion of the Hulk, you know, kind of running towards us. And this is the finished result. This is how it looks, all cut out. But how does it look when you look at it face on? Face on. Well, this is how it looks. Okay. Pretty crazy, right? A little stretched, but it's really interesting to see when you look at it face on, like how smaller the lower parts of the body are compared to the bigger parts. Now, I knew if I drew this like even bigger, the proportions would have been even more out of whack. This just feels like it was just kind of stretched up, the actual drawing. And sometimes that's the problem when we draw on a flat surface. Sometimes your drawing perspective gets skewed, and then when you actually look at it flat on a monitor, like you just see you scanning looking flat, sometimes you get that little skewing feeling. That's what happens. But this is taking it to the extreme. So, but at the same time, for my first one, not too bad, not too bad. I would like to try this again. There are so many artists out there who do it way better than I do, especially theirs look like they're actually standing up for the table, so I would like to get to that level someday, but in the meantime, for the first attempt, not bad. So there you go, that is me drawing the Hulk kind of in an optical illusion. So first off, my question to you. First of all, did you think I cheated by keeping looking through the camera? That's my first question to you. Second, how successful do you think I was actually getting this Hulk to look in the optical illusion space? Now, be honest, if I didn't succeed, totally fine. If you thought so, totally fine. But this was extremely, extremely fun to do. It's always fun doing these art challenges with you guys. You guys are an amazing audience, and I thank you guys for all your support. If you guys have any suggestions for any other type of art challenges, please do let me know in the comments down below. If you haven't seen my other art challenges, I'll probably link that up at the end annotation, so go check those out. Check out all my different types of art challenges. But thank you guys for watching. You guys are the best. If you have some time, check out my online store. I have some new products in there, as well as some commissions and original art. If you'd like to support my channel monetarily, that would be the way to do it. But once again, you don't have to spend a dime. All I'm really glad is that you are here watching my videos. So thank you guys for watching. You guys are the best. My name is James. I am the Box Office Artist. I'm here to say keep drawing, and I'll see you all